Well, there we are. I got this light back there. I got to get
Here we
adjustments.
are.
Like it's not my. No,
Oh,
I'm not.
yeah, the
I'm not in the
sun.
office tonight. Yeah, no, that's not the sun. Yep, I'm not in the. I need to move this up a little closer too.
Out
A
and
little
about.
different setup tonight. Yeah, a little different setup tonight. Oh, yeah, that was bright. And
Yeah.
a little different setup tonight. So anybody that pops on, and can you turn that maybe up? We might just lay it on its back even. No, no, I want it. So it's not my face. There you, that's closer. You see where that's going to go. That might work. Yeah, I can kind of hide behind here. So thanks. Yep,
There
I got
you go.
somebody. I got my light. Got my light guy over here doing some light work for me. So
Just kind of
I'll just have to
kind of duck a
kind of
little.
duck down. So the,
Yeah, there you go. Just duck a little bit to the sun.
yep.
Goes away,
Nope.
right?
Yeah. So anybody that's jumped on here tonight can obviously tell my backup's a little different than normal. Um, not not at the office tonight. So got some things going on.
Yeah,
I had to come out here, and so yep. So we're out at Ashmore night. So
yeah, yeah. So, how's Robin doing?
we're getting by, and yep, kind of messed my back up over the weekend, but it'll get there. I'll get it all squared away before long, and back in the back at the back at the helm and get things going again.
Try to
So
take it easy. Jeez.
so yeah, that doesn't happen. Got no time for that. No time for taking anything easy. Just got to
This
take it.
week between the two of us, this week we're both a mess.
Yeah.
I've
So
got
yep, that
yeah,
happens.
lucky me gets to go and have some testing done to see if I got blood clots again. So
Oh yeah,
between the two of us, we might make one healthy person, right?
yeah. I would bet on that, but that's see what happens.
Yeah.
When do you have to go in for the testing?
Thursday morning, they're gonna do some. I think an ultrasound. I'm not sure what else they're gonna do and see what's going on. I guess see if I got any craziness going on.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Where
yeah.
you go down
So
Cincinnati?
no, actually, I'll be around here for this one.
Oh,
So
okay.
luckily, I don't have to drive very far, which is good because I don't feel like driving very far. So yeah.
I'm gonna load up the trailer tomorrow and go up and see the run over to see the Donut Demon for a few minutes, and then
Uh,
head over to
yeah.
Cincinnati. And Thursday night, I'm gonna see Teresa J. Lynch for a little while, and then spend Thursday at a company that I do business with, and then turn around and come back here on Friday morning and start working. Um,
Uh, fun, right?
oh yeah, nice road trip anyway. So
Yeah, yeah.
just
Thanks to
I don't
everybody
want.
that's tuning in, huh?
So yep, yeah, I agree. Yeah, Marcus, I am in Ashmore. That's correct.
Yeah, ATM, Marcus, Abby, Michelle, everybody coming in, hanging
Yeah, in
out
fact,
with us tonight.
we've got a group here tonight, or I take just walk through the building, but there's a group here, so I can't do that. Of all, we don't get that many on weeknights, but yeah, tonight there's set to be a group here. So the one night that I'm going to be here, and we got the show going, and there's a group here.
We're busy,
Yeah, can't wander through the building. But
busy. Well, I know, like you got a crazy busy night and stuff. So we'll get into bringing them in and doing some
yeah,
talking and stuff here soon if you want, and let's get it rolling.
yeah, let's bring Nick and
So,
Angie in, and we'll get things rolling with these guys. So you can pop them in here real quick. There we are. Hey
Hi
guys,
guys.
how you doing?
Good. How are you guys?
Keeping busy.
we're both a
More
mess
so,
and keeping busy.
Hey,
more
we're
so than we
still in
want
one
sometimes.
piece.
Oops, that's not what I
Yeah,
want to do.
yeah, that's the wrong
Still
one, I
not what I
think.
wanted.
Right?
Yeah, it's all right. I'll get it fixed. I'll get it in here in a second. Um, why is that not really supposed
I
to?
don't know which one it is to switch them out. So
Yeah, I get it here in a second.
there it
Here it
is.
is.
There it is.
Problem is, I'm sitting outside, so it's kind of we're in between that twilight state, so it's kind of hard to see everything. And I got a light over on the other side of me that kind of hit my eyes every once in a while. So, how are you guys doing?
Good. Gotta
We're
love
good, we're good.
technology, right?
What's that?
I said, gotta love
Would you-
technology.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It can be challenging at times. Well, more than at times, I guess. Yeah,
We're good.
So,
We appreciate y'all having us.
Yeah,
We really
absolutely,
do.
absolutely. We're in
Well,
the
thanks for
same
coming
boat.
on.
We're tired.
what's that?
I said we're tired as hell, but we're
Oh
here.
yeah. Busy is good though, right?
Oh yes, yes.
Mhm. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So let's just jump into it and just like tell us about, you guys have a paranormal group that you have, and right? I mean, you guys
hmm That's on you.
go out and do research and stuff just like all of us and
Mm.
all that good stuff. Let's hear what's going on with you guys.
Wait a minute. We have a paranormal group?
We do?
We do?
Shit.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
No, I knew that
It's all on
because you
Mike.
guys have been here. No,
Yes.
they were here like not too long ago, so I already knew that. You got to overlook
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
Like I'm like in bad shape tonight.
So, quick story about our trip to Rhodes Hotel before we get going. So, this is gonna be surprising to you.
Oh, shit.
So, we booked Rhodes Hotel last year off for DeadCon, and we gave it away for people to come with us to investigate at your place. So we came November 13th, and Angie and I are the only ones that stayed the night.
Oh yeah.
And reason why we stayed is because we were going to Indianapolis the next morning for a Colts game. And on the drive from Atlanta, Indiana to Indianapolis is when her dad called and was like,
yeah.
"Hey, do you think this paranormal stuff will work at the Bell Mansion?" And we were like, "Hell yeah, it will."
He's a huge skeptic.
Yeah, he's a huge skeptic, but
It's okay.
so to me, we'll always have a tie somewhere to Rhodes Hotel
That
to the
is
Bell
so
Mansion.
true. Hell yeah. Didn't think about that.
That's
But
cool.
yeah, we have a paranormal group. That's how I got involved here. It's Old World Paranormal Society. We've been around since I don't know, 2016, 2017. Yeah, I mainly started out just doing residential cases, guys. That's all I wanted to do. I had no interest of traveling around to go to these places, these well-known places. It wasn't until a couple of years ago I was like, screw it, let's go see what everybody's got to offer. So
good story how you got into it though.
Yeah.
Tell him that. Like that, he just wanted to pay it forward. He was having a bunch of issues in his home, and somebody came and cleared his house, and he's like, oh shit, I got to pay this forward, which is awesome. That's what you want to do and help people. So that's how he started his group. And then somehow mutual friends. So my dad bought the Bell originally to do an Airbnb. Rules, regulations just didn't work out. And he was on the verge of just selling it. He's like, I'm done. And I'm like, no, my gosh, please no. But that's actually how Nick got involved a year and a half ago, because my dad and the business people wanted to see if it was haunted, if it was active. And then that's how I met him. And we've been stuck together ever since. It's just been an amazing ride, guys. We have been just so blessed with just meeting people such as you guys, helping people,
absolutely
hearing people's stories, and just preserving the building first and foremost. It's been awesome. It's been a good ride. It ain't over yet. It just started. Oh my gosh.
Is a lot of work.
Obviously, yes. It's so worth it though. It is just a lot of work.
For us, any way to get anybody in the building and one, just see the beauty of the historical building and the way it sits now and how it's been preserved, and then two, to get the opportunity to investigate and mingle with our wonderful spirits in the house. It's just a blessing, as you guys know. It's not like we're out to make millions of dollars, because that ain't going to happen, but we make just enough to keep the lights on, and we're perfectly happy with that.
Mike, do you get that too? Do you get to know your spirits? Like you walk in like, hey, how you doing today? Are we the only weirdos?
No, I'm a weirdo too. So, because yeah, I do it. I'm sure Robin does it. Maybe
I,
secretly, but Robin probably does it.
I don't want. There's one in my building at the theater. I don't want to know. So I just soon not
Yeah.
get to know him. So, yeah,
Aw. What kind of theater do you have?
it's an old movie theater.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh,
okay,
cool.
cool.
Where at?
Well, I live there. It's Auburn, Illinois. And
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
we've had a serial killer that's wandered through our building, so I just soon stay away from him.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, that'd probably be a good deal.
yeah. Yeah. Have y'all
Especially
ever
the
seen
fact
that? Sorry, have y'all
What's
ever
that?
seen that show on CBS called Ghost?
Yeah, I
Mhm.
like that show.
We watched a few episodes and we can't,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
us.
yeah,
Like that is us. We
that is.
walk in, we're like, hey, how you doing today, guys? Like he's watched more episodes than I
Yeah.
have, but it makes you wonder if that's what it's like. Like, oh crap. But they
Yeah.
really have. They become like our family. No joke. We walk in like, hey, how you doing, Clara? Or hey, what's up? You know, it's I feel like they appreciate us, you know, like they
Yeah.
really want to communicate.
Yeah.
And all of our spirits seem to want to be there.
You know, I
Yeah,
think
Yeah,
a lot of it.
that's awesome.
I think a lot of it too is just like, I mean, you're the ones taking care of the place, and
Mm,
uh,
yeah.
you're making improvements, taking care of the place, and I'm sure Robin probably agrees on that side of things. It's like, I don't
Mm,
know, you know what I mean? It's like
yeah.
you're the caretakers and probably appreciated.
We see him the
Bill,
most and yeah.
Bill Mansions. That's in Fort Wayne.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you guys live here in Fort Wayne.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay, that makes it nice, convenient.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Yes.
We live about 15 minutes away from the building.
Mm-hmm.
That
It's
must be
just
nice.
it's just a
Yeah,
gorgeous home, guys. Built in I think the same year as the Rose, 1893. Is that
Mhm.
right?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't
1893 here.
I swear we wear more people's stuff than our own.
We
Nick
do.
was wearing your shirt the other day, Mike, and I'm like,
Yeah.
"Oh, yeah, 1893." Like,
Yeah.
yes. But no, it was originally a
Yeah.
state senator's home and it was the Bells, Robert and Clara Bell, and he was uber wealthy, prominent lawyer, state senator, and just very ahead of his time. Natural gas fireplaces, like who had that in
Yeah,
1890s?
he was pretty. He invested in natural gas. Some of a bunch of other guys in the late 1800s, and that's what brought him up to Fort Wayne from Muncie. And yeah, he had boatload of money. They spent about
Mm,
$50,000 building a house, which is about $2 million today, and everything was kind of state of the art, turn of the century.
mm,
But they're their stay was short lived.
yeah,
They weren't even there a decade.
no.
Wow.
But it's cool. All the fireplaces are still original. All the woodwork is just
Mhm.
sick. I mean, it really is. Just want to preserve it first and foremost, you know? Excuse me.
I seen I seen Gina comment.
Gina!
Funny story. So when we got to the roads, we got there super early. I think we went and got Domino's. I think Angie and I were sitting out front
Yes.
eating like a boatload of Domino's, and we were
Yes.
like, we both had to pee.
I'm like, I gotta go, babe. Like, I can't hold
I
it
think we were like
anymore.
40 minutes early. So we go knocking on the door, and Gina answers the door, and I'm like, "Hey, we're the group tonight," and she's like, "Yeah."
I'm like, whoa, you're half an hour
I said,
early.
Angie's like, "Can we please go in and pee?" And she's like, "Oh yeah, sure." And it's awesome that we did because Gina's awesome,
She's
and
so
we love sitting down
cool.
talking to her.
It's just, again,
Mhm,
meeting like-minded, awesome people and connecting with people and hearing
mhm.
their stories. I'm such a people person. Um,
Yeah.
but a lot of the time I let my anxiety beat me up. Like normally I don't do these things.
Yeah,
So he's like, babe, you're actually gonna be on this.
you
I'm like,
guys should literally be honored. This is the first one she's ever got on.
Yeah, we
it really
appreciate you coming
truly
on.
is.
Well, you know,
She seems quite the ham, so I'm not sure why there's a problem.
I know. Once I'm there, I'm fine. It's just like I let my anxiety, like, oh my God, I can't do this, and just crawl into a hole. You know what happens.
well, what when before when we were just doing the podcast, like I was doing one, and like Robin was doing one, and we teamed up and all that stuff. But he was focusing on locations, and we were talking. It's like we got to get some locations and stuff on here. People
Mhm.
that run different places. That way, we can tell people about the other locations that are around. And we can learn more about it. And it's some, a new place that maybe some people can go to, so it's nice getting you guys on to be able to talk to you.
Yeah, and we appreciate
Yeah,
you
absolutely.
guys.
We appreciate it.
God, I still remember the roads. That hallway upstairs, I couldn't go up by myself. I was like,
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what room we slept in. All I remember is we heard the cat. We heard a cat meow.
I really did hear a cat meow.
I've had that lately.
Yeah. And we have cats here, so I was half out of it. You know how it is. I slept for 2 hours and I'm like, okay, that's just one of our cats. I'm like, oh crap, no, I'm not at home. But it was awesome, guys. I think it was it a second room on the right? It was on the right. That's all I remember.
Yeah.
But you have such an amazing place. How did you get into doing that? Or
who, me?
Yeah. Did you just was like, hey, I come across this awesome place. I'm just gonna get it.
Honestly, with roads, Robin and I both knew Gail that owned the place, and she can't correct me if I'm wrong, Robin, but I know this is kind of the gist of things. He's trying to get the sun out of his eyes.
He's got it right.
No, the light.
Yeah.
Pull the hat. There you go. Pull the hat.
But she called him and was telling him, she was looking to sell the place, and he gets a hold of me and was just he's like, what do you think about the charity owning Rhodes Hotel? And I'm like, well, that would be cool, but I'm sitting there thinking, the funds aren't there to buy the place, and then if I did have it, as kids we could help. So I'm like, cool idea. And he's like, yeah, it's not what I'm asking you. He's like, I'm asking you, what do you think about the charity owning it? And so I'm like, all right, I'm listening. So he's like, what if somebody fronted the money, no interest loan? I get my money back when I get it back. A portion stays with the charity, a portion goes back to him. And, then there's no funds being touched out of it. I'm just I'm in.
That's awesome.
So,
That's awesome.
I mean, how many people do that?
Slim to none.
That's awesome. That is so cool. It's all about the people and helping people. Yeah. That is so awesome. Good for you.
Yeah. What's sad is that his sister failed to appreciate the fact that we did. She couldn't get rid of me fast enough. You probably haven't seen the video when Mike paid me off. So it's only about a minute long. I'll just kick it on here real quick.
Yeah.
Well, looks like it's been a fun ride. I mean, we've had some fun, and we appreciate you doing what you've done and helping the charity, with Rhodes Hotel and all.
I'm glad we were able to do it. I mean, it means a lot to me to be able to help the charity out like that, and with this place here, so it's there now to help charity years after I'm even gone.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, so I mean, now all the funds coming in is going to help the charity and stuff out, and we can't thank you enough for helping us out.
I'm glad we could do it.
So, Rhodes Hotel's finally paid off.
Wow.
Wait, we're paid off?
Yeah, Mike just gave me the last check. Everything's all paid off. Los Times owns this Rhodes Hotel completely now.
All right, well, don't forget to leave your keys.
Wow. You can see where this is going. I guess I'm just out of here.
Hey, wait! Don't forget your pie!
Ow! Really?
I love it.
See the love. So you can see the love from the Couch family there. So.
Oh yeah.
That's awesome.
I remember meeting your sister. It was at DeadCon. Remember? She came up to our booth and she saw we were giving Rhodes tickets away.
Yeah, that's right.
And this was before, Mike, we had met you or knew of anybody. And I remember she came up and was just talking. I'm like, that is so cool.
Where was it at?
At DeadCon.
DeadCon, okay.
Yeah, for Fort Wayne.
Mm-hmm.
Fort Wayne.
Yes. She was so sweet. And it was just, I don't know. Me, I'm a people person. It was just, I'm a nice squirrel.
Robin doesn't agree with that comment.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. The donut demon.
Yeah, he calls it the donut demon because like he ordered how was it he had the Unity event, and when he ordered donuts, somehow like the tracking, they were in the same city that my sister lives in. So like since they didn't show up on time, like Robin was like, it's Crystal's fault. So she's a donut demon.
They were there for a week. It's like, what the hell you doing my donuts? Look at all my donuts over there. So yeah,
Don't mess with the man's donuts.
Yeah,
that's right. Yeah, we were given. There were the little state fair mini donuts that we were making for the event, and so they didn't get there on time. Second year in a row, we didn't have any donuts because COVID one year and then those. So yeah, it didn't work out.
Gotta have a backup.
Yeah. No. But
Yeah,
so you guys
you're-
have the Bell Mansion. You guys you do weekends only, you do weekdays, or tell us how you guys operate the Bell Mansion. What you guys do that?
Gosh, what
uh,
don't we do?
I haven't slept since the second week of December, so if that tells you anything.
Honestly,
kidding.
we're just trying to get people in the door.
Yeah.
It's not all paranormal stuff. We eventually want to do more of like a event center. So maybe wedding receptions. Right now we're playing heck with the fire marshals and codes and change of use of buildings, and that's been fun. So right now we can have food catered in, but no alcohol. So we're kind of we've had a couple, like, I don't know, birthday parties and but mostly yes, private
Yeah,
investigations during
mean,
the weekend.
Anybody can book any day of the week right now. There's
Mhm.
no limitations on that. I mean, Monday, Tuesday, I mean, it don't matter.
Mhm.
Obviously, as you guys know, the weekends go a lot faster than during the week.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So we hold like we do like a midweek mini investigation on Wednesday nights. It's 7 to 11 for $20. You come in and just investigate. You can, the crew is all there. You can use our equipment, and then once a month we will do a public investigation where the team is there. And it's about 8-9 hour event, and the team's there to help. Our people can use all our equipment. So that's pretty good. It's good for people that's just individuals that want to do it. They don't have a team or the funds to book it privately. It's $50 for 8 hours. And then once a month we do on Sundays, we are doing paranormal kids classes. Was it 5 to 9? 5 to 9. So we'll sit them down kind of like a classroom thing for like a half hour, 40 minutes, and kind of show them the equipment. And then again, the team is there, and then we break off to little groups and take kids around and teach them how to investigate properly. And then what else do we have?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, we have
Balbazar.
Yeah, we got that coming up, but
But every day, like, as far as
I mean, we do history tours, we do a ghost tour.
tours.
Yeah. We're just open-minded and open to anything.
Yeah.
So we're just trying to get people in the building, and we're fairly new. Like I said, we opened in the middle of December of last year, and yeah.
And I was a huge skeptic till about, a year and a half ago. I'm like, y'all are nuts. What are you talking about? And I was very closed-minded. I grew up very, you got to fit inside this box. And if you don't, who the heck are you?
Yeah.
And it's been so amazing meeting all these people to open your mindset. And as soon as, you start hearing things and seeing things that you can't explain. So I'm like, okay, and we would go to these places, and I have more of the business mindset. Of course, he's got the paranormal, stuff down. And I'm like, okay, how can we get people in the door? And then as I'm learning how amazing, these places are, heck yeah, let's open up. And I'm learning, you know what I mean? As far as, like, I don't know about your spirits, I guess we had some REM pod hits too. But like, our spirits love REM pods.
They light them up like Christmas trees.
It does.
Crazy.
It looks like
crazy.
a raid, like one of the party. Cat balls. What else do they love? Spirit boxes, the usual. But just, it's been awesome. It's really just been awesome to see everybody enjoy the building. That's what I know I'm passionate about, is sharing it with everybody.
Yeah, I mean, what's cool to me is one, we get to meet a lot of awesome people.
Mhm.
You know, not only just people, whoever just comes in the building, to new teams that I've never met before, new people. It's amazing.
Mm.
And what's really cool to us, and we ask, we're like, hey, share what you guys have found, share your techniques, and maybe another team can benefit off of that. And
Teach us stuff.
yeah, I mean, I'm no expert. I know
I
that.
know.
I just, but that to me, that's the coolest part for sure.
And just meeting new people. What I guess I always say too is providing that safe place for people to tell their stories and not have
Yeah.
people look at them like they're crazy.
Mhm.
And it's
Yeah.
been so cool connecting. Me, I don't think I really have gifts per se, but I'm a huge empath. I can feel people's energies, and to get them to open up, I mean, these are stories they've been carrying with them since they were a kid. And to be able to give them that safe place and try to break that stigma, like, hey, you're not crazy. That I'm getting like goosebumps. Like that's what does it for me, is helping people. And like, I see all these comments, like there's Colton. Gotta love him.
Yeah,
Colton's awesome. And I think he's
I
been
will
to your
have to let you
place
borrow
too.
my new Ovilus.
He's saying he stole her Ovilus. Turkey butt. But yeah, just the people. Love the people.
Yeah.
Speaking of people, I've got to bring this up. You had an interesting visit a while back by someone I've been a pretty big fan of since the very beginning.
Yeah, who's
So, yeah, Jonathan Davis, maybe? I don't know. Is that his name? I can't remember.
that?
that? Oh, I've never heard of
Yeah.
him. Never
Never heard of him.
No.
Corn.
Yeah, but
I like
like,
to eat corn.
I eat
But
corn,
yeah.
yeah.
How in the world, like, what happened with all that?
Well, okay. You want me to go?
I suck at telling stories,
right.
so
it was a Sunday night, about 7 o'clock, so it's pretty early. But we had like really a very long weekend.
I'm old, so I was in bed.
And
Not gonna lie.
we were both exhausted. We literally just got home and we were crawling in bed. I was already in bed. Her phone's laying next to me, and it starts ringing. And she said her comment, she's like, I'm done. I'm done talking to people. I'm done adulting. Just no.
You reach that point where you're like,
I'm like, okay, we'll just let it go to voicemail. We'll pick it up tomorrow. Well, it, literally calls right back. And I'm like, that's weird. And it's a weird number. It wasn't the same area code. And I told her, she's like, well, just pick it up. So I picked it up, and this female's on the other end. And she's like, is this the Bell Mansion? I said, yes, it is. And she's like, well, are you guys open? And I said, no, ma'am, we're not. She said, well, on your website, it says you're open 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. I said, well, that's for private investigations. And so, I'm just talking to her, and I'm just pretty much being nice, like, hey, go to our website, book something, we're closed. And finally, she's like, well, we're only in town for one night, and we're sitting on a tour bus. And I'm like, okay. And she's like, I'm just going to come out and say it. She's like, my boyfriend's Jonathan Davis, and we're sitting here, and we're bored as hell, and we found your building, and we want to come check it out. And I'm like, for real?
Like, wait, what?
So I'm like, I said, if Jonathan Davis wants to come down and see the building, we'll get out of bed and we'll go open it up. So I hung up the phone, and I said, hey, Angie, I said, Jonathan Davis wants to come to the building. She goes, who's that?
I did.
I said, he's the lead singer of Korn. She goes, who's that?
I at least heard of Korn. I grew up listening to country and oldies. Okay, so like I had heard of Korn, I just didn't know what his name was. Anyways,
Yeah.
I'd been with you. I'd been with you. So I'm too old.
I'm like, Bob Seger, what? Okay.
There you go.
But no, I mean, so we get dressed, we go back down to the Bell. And actually, a couple of the kids on our team, I always call them kids, but
They're
not
not
really
kids.
kids, but they were already there at the building. They were investigating. So we're sitting on the porch, and we're expecting like a tour bus to come in the parking lot. But these four people come walking up from down the street, and they come up on the porch, and
no big deal.
it's Jonathan Davis, Oh, there's our cat.
There's Mike.
There's Mike.
He always makes an appearance. Sorry.
Yeah.
His girlfriend Brittany,
His bodyguard.
his bodyguard, and then Jonathan's son.
Nope, don't hit buttons.
So yeah, he came and he hung out for 4 or 5 hours, and we gave him a tour, and he wanted to investigate, and
Mm-hmm.
so we broke out all the equipment and we investigated, and
You were teaching him
I was
all the
teaching him a bunch
equipment.
of stuff,
And then he was actually a mortician before
Yeah, did
his
you know
band
that?
took off.
Mhm. I didn't
So
know
he's
that.
like-
No.
He's
yeah.
up there teaching us how to embalm bodies.
We're up in the embalming room, and he's telling us word by word how to embalm a body.
You got to massage this, do this. Oh, okay.
I'm like,
Okay, that's
Okay.
cool. But no,
So,
he
yeah.
was so. Now I'm a huge Korn fan, honestly,
Mm.
because he
Yeah.
was so down to earth. He didn't act like he was 10 levels above us. He was like, he just kept thanking us and was like, "This is so cool." I can't begin to explain how just a genuine human being he was. He just, yeah, he ended up giving us tickets for his concert the next day, and we didn't even,
Yeah,
I
we-
didn't
Awesome.
even, I just, again, want to share the building. I don't, it's
Yeah.
cool. And it was so cool. And yeah, they were teaching him all the equipment. Didn't he do something with his tour now? With something
oh
with
yeah, now
paranormal?
he's doing something on his tour where he's incorporating paranormal investigating.
Huh.
Mhm.
So
I haven't looked any more into that. I just remember, you know how it is. You hear stuff on social media. You're like,
Yeah.
okay, is that true?
yeah.
But I think someone really did tell us that the other day,
Mhm.
which is awesome. I guess he's good friends with Zach, right? Didn't
Yeah,
you say he was like
he said
texting?
he's good friends with Zach Baggins, and
Yeah.
so
It was cool. Oh, Colton. I may be a turkey
Yeah.
butt, but I know who Corn is. Okay.
Yeah, I could imagine, getting that call, how many times you're probably telling yourself, yeah, right, we're probably going to go out here and look for nobody to show up.
right, yeah.
Like, oh, this is the prank call. We're just gonna get
Yeah.
egged or something. Who knows?
Yeah, it was well. Okay, so we were up on the 3rd floor, the second servant's bedroom where the freight elevator comes up. So we brought the freight elevator to the 3rd floor, and Brittany, his girlfriend, was in the elevator, and the REM pod's just going crazy. And so JD goes walking by, which he had to walk by a bed and a dresser, and our Ovilus 5 was sitting on the dresser. As he walked by, the Ovilus said, "Famous singer closet."
Mm.
I think that's the most relevant thing I've ever heard out of that Ovilus
Yeah.
5
So
ever.
true. So true.
That's crazy. There's
The
Crystal.
donut demon shows up.
Yeah, the donut demon is in the house.
He was just so cool, though. I don't know what our cats are doing. Sorry. They're fine. But yeah, guys, so much like that. We've just been so blessed.
Yeah.
It's, how when things are meant to happen, they just happen. Not that we're not working our butt off at it. Trust me, we are. But so many amazing opportunities, which I'm sure you guys can, speak to that too, that are they just happen, and I'm like, well, we just keep working our butts off and everything will work out. That's how I look
Yeah.
at it.
It's obviously getting out there.
Yeah, it's just been,
Now she'll go to bed.
Yeah. I knew she would be expecting me to bring this up.
Yeah.
So I'm not a bit surprised that she's on here, because she's probably sitting there thinking, I guarantee he's going to ask about that.
More about
everybody
Korn.
asks about it, be honest with you.
Yeah, what more? I mean, he would have stayed longer, but his bodyguard had to leave. So he didn't have anyone that could hang out with him.
Who's the guitar player with the crazy hair on Korn?
Well, that's 2 of them, Monkey and Head.
Well,
Oh,
the
he's
bodyguard that was with JD was actually the guitarist's bodyguard, because JD's bodyguard went to bed. So
Yeah.
he came with JD, but he was like, well, I'm only staying out till like midnight, 1 a.m. I'm too tired. He was ready to investigate all night. We're sitting there in the poker room, and I'm online he's like, where do I buy this? Where do I buy that? I want to buy all this stuff.
Yeah, it was so cool.
He
And
probably
we were up,
had all kinds of packages waiting on him.
I'm sure. And then we were up in the poker room. I don't know if we all really didn't know how to play poker. I don't know how this came about, but everyone's like, we're sitting there with a deck of cards, and the next thing you know, we're all playing Go Fish for like a half an hour. I'm like, okay, well, that works.
She got to play Go Fish with him. Bro.
He was
cool.
so super chill. I mean, just I can't explain it. I really truly can't. It was so genuine. It wasn't just he's cool. He's definitely a good person. And his girlfriend will still text occasionally, and
we're
just good
hoping
people.
he definitely wants to come back. So maybe when they're done touring, hell, maybe they'll come back. I don't know.
If not, hey, we got a good story.
If he does, we'll shoot you a message, Mike.
Yes.
I'm in. I don't care what's going on. I'm like, I don't care if it's 3 a.m. I'll be like, give me an hour and a half. I'll be in.
Just don't send it to Crystal.
Cool.
Yeah, you send it to Crystal. She'll be like, I'm about 2.5 hours away. I'm on my way.
Yeah, just don't let Crystal know.
So cool.
Yeah,
doesn't deserve it.
she would kill me. She'd be like, seriously, you went and didn't tell me?
You'd be booking investigations at Rose by yourself from then on.
Probably, yeah. She'd be like, that's it. I'm not doing anything else.
Yeah.
So, so you guys have you've been having some events with some of the people from the shows and stuff coming in, and then you got some more coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had
Rochelle.
Well, yeah, we had Brian Murray and Rochelle Stratton. We actually had put something together with them, and then about a month before the event, Brian messaged Angie and was like, "Hey, do you care if Dustin Perry hops on?" And I'm like,
again,
yeah.
I was like, "Who's that?" I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, she didn't know who Dustin was.
He's a nice guy. He's a good guy.
She's the biggest Dustin fan.
You didn't know Dustin?
No. Guys,
she never watched any paranormal shows. She didn't know anything about the paranormal until her dad bought the building, and she
really
met me.
didn't.
She had no clue about anything.
I was clueless. I was like, Ghostbusters? What? Like, I really was. So again, but I'd become open-minded, where I'm like, okay, that's cool. I just want everybody to do their thing.
Right.
But yeah, we definitely, and me, I'll message anybody. The worst thing somebody can say is no. So like when we opened up, I was just messaging everybody, and heck, I didn't know half of them, but I'm like, hey, we have a cool place, and then Brian right away. It was amazing. It was like, yep, well, we're doing something there. And then how he brought on Dustin, that was an amazing event. They're all about coming back, and heck, Brian's literally messages us all the time. Like, it's just cool.
And then let's see, Ray. So Kristen Lumen.
Oh yeah, from
Chelsea Gill and
Chelsea Gill. And then,
what's the last person? I'm sorry. They're coming June 4th. I'm sorry. She's probably gonna kill me for that.
She is.
But Dustin's coming back.
Yeah.
He'll be here in December for a Christmas event.
It was so cool. Like literally before he left, he fell in love with the place too. He does a lot of motivational speaking, and he loves Christmas stuff. And me, I'm all motivational, empowering everybody. Like, let's just be positive. Let's do this. And I definitely connected with Dustin too. And it was so cool. He made a point because, you're having an event. It's busy. We're all over the place and, just making it work. And Dustin found me and was like, hey, I got to get your number. Here's my number. Let's connect. I'm coming back. It was just, again, like I call it magical. It was just... I'm like, okay, cool, thanks. And
then what else?
A couple behind the scene things with Dustin. Just play Elvis Presley. He loves Elvis Presley.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So have a quart of chocolate milk, play some Elvis Presley Christmas tunes, and he'll be like butter in your palm in your hand. So.
Oh, that's so cool. We'll have to do that. He showed up with his suitcase.
Has Hello Kitty.
It was amazing.
Oh, the Hello Kitty suitcase.
yes.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, you're awesome.
Let's see. Brian Kano.
Oh, I don't know if we're supposed to. Oh, well, that's okay. He's coming. It's okay. We already.
We signed the.
Yeah, that's okay. Why not? Go ahead. I don't know how to explain it.
I don't know.
Oops.
That's okay. I mean,
we got a bunch of other stuff that we're
you can talk
working on.
about it. I just don't think. Anyways, Brian Cano has a traveling paranormal exhibit that he wants to take around to like every state. Sometime in October, he's bringing it. I don't know a lot of the details yet, but that's happening.
She said I would hunt Mike down if you didn't tell me.
Uh-oh.
See, I told you. I told you. I called that one.
I don't know, guys. We've just been so lucky. Like we truly have. The media has been awesome.
Yeah, the news has been out multiple times. The newspaper. It was funny. We went on a cruise a couple weeks ago, and like 2 weeks before that, the newspaper came out and did. She interviewed us, took a bunch of pictures, and we totally kind of forgot about it. And like
on Tuesday, it
was like a 2-page article. I was like, oh shit, I forgot
people
about
have been good because again, I look how I was a year and a half ago. I'm not gonna lie, I was very closed-minded and very like judgmental. I was just not a very nice person, and now sitting on the other side of it, wondering how they're going to portray. You know what I mean? If you ever have the news or something come out, you're like, okay, how are they going to wing or do this? But we've just been so blessed. I know there's a bunch more that we're forgetting.
Well, it's here in Fort Wayne, there's not a place that you can go to 24/7, 365 and book to paranormal investigate. And now we have that here in downtown Fort Wayne, and to take an historic building and something that was a staple as a funeral home for 93 years and flip it to that, we really didn't know how the public would perceive it.
Yeah.
Well, again, though, especially, I don't know, I feel like our area, again, is just like how I was, very, closed-minded and like, what are y'all doing kind of thing. But we're doing it anyway.
Colton's really trying to make some brownie points tonight, isn't he?
Now,
okay, we love
Angie
Colton.
might be the nicest person around, but you don't have to live with her 24/7.
When I'm hangry, you better watch out. That was earlier today, by the way.
Yes.
Keep
I
the
get
Snickers
hangry.
around, right?
or if you wake me up, I just try to be really, I know the struggles that I've gone through, whatever, either mental health, physical issues, whatever. And I don't like how people treated me. So I'm like, I'm not going to be that person, and just going to be nice to everybody. And Colton just wants a good spot in our bazaar this weekend.
I figured there was some reason behind it.
I'm just kidding. But yeah, no. Oh yeah, duh. Michael Myers. So like we just had opened maybe like 2 months. Maybe this was like January or February.
Go ahead and tell the story. Another person that you wanted to blow off. Go ahead.
Shit. So we're driving, I don't know where. I'm going through emails. And it said something about Michael Myers marrying people. I'm like, that's a spam. I'm like, whatever. So we're driving, and I'm like going through emails, and he's like, I go, babe, read this. It's like, oh, babe, that's real. You might want to respond to that. And I go, And so I didn't respond to it for like a week. I really didn't. I'm like, okay. And it turned out to be real. The Tony Moran, who played the original unmasked Michael Myers in the 1978 Halloween movies, has recently moved to South Bend. And that's what he does now, is he marries people.
Now everybody knows he's in South Bend.
Oh, shit. Well, sorry, Tony.
There's a South Bend in another state, right?
I didn't give the address. 555.
He was out on the East Coast for a while, so I guess he's ran the gauntlet out there. So now he's doing his is weddings on the road in your area.
Yeah. And again, that just came to us, you know, we're like, okay. And then we initially were going to do this bazaar, just have vendors, food trucks, just to kind of open up and get people in the door. And Tony was like, well, I'll come to that too. I'm like, cool.
Yeah.
So it just
It shows you it's getting out there. I mean, the media and like promoting it and stuff like you guys do, it's just showing it's getting out there.
And I feel like, I don't know, it comes from a really good place though. You know, we give a shit about people and we just want to preserve history in the building. You know, as you guys can relate to, it's all about the people.
And it's not hard work once you get the people there, because the building sells itself. It's just getting them there.
Yeah. But then also getting to share it with them, you know, and it never, every time you walk in the door, it just gives you that uplifting like energy, like, okay, let's do this.
I've seen the pictures you guys are posting and stuff, and the place looks awesome. It's really cool.
It's huge.
It looks
like
huge.
it's like 15,000 square feet, 3 floors, and then a basement. But again, just to go see the place, even paranormal aside, the woodwork is sick, the rooms are awesome, the decor, the architecture,
And we have an embalming room.
Oh yeah. Forgot about that.
With embalming tables.
Yes. Okay. So it was a funeral home for 93 years. I squirrel a lot, and that's okay. You just have to roll with it. And I am who I am. But it was a funeral home for 93 years. So I was so surprised the funeral home left as much as they did. Embalming tables, gurneys, body boxes, you name it, they left it. So we've been utilizing that. Tell them about the detectives. That's kind of cool.
The detectives?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know why.
Squirrel. Now you guys see what I deal with all the time. We had a team. I don't remember the team name, and I apologize, but they were from Elkhart, Indiana. There was like 6 or 8 of them, and so I give everybody a tour when they get there. But if you've already been to the building, then we'll skip the tour because you've already seen it. I'm not gonna do it again. But so we're walking around, we're giving this group a tour, and these people are taking pictures of odd things, like behind radiators and just doorknobs.
Like, did you know this was created in 1890, whatever? I'm like, what?
And I'm looking at Angie, and I'm like, these are some weird people.
Don't use weird. I hate that word.
Well, that's what I said.
They're just different.
Different, okay. And eventually, I'm sitting there. We're standing outside the embalming room, and I'm talking to this lady, and she's like, "Well, I'm a crime scene investigator." And I'm like, "Oh, okay, that makes sense." She's like, "Yeah, so and so are detectives. The other ones are crime scene, and the other 3 are patrolmen." I'm like, "Oh, so okay, this makes sense."
But it was cool though.
But we have one of the older gurneys that we have in our embalming room. It's a cloth one. It's pre-1920s, but it has blood stains all over it. And they offered to come back to do some testing to find out exactly whose blood is on it. And among 4 or 5 other things in the building. So it'd be pretty cool.
I couldn't imagine. Because, it was a funeral home for 93 years. So we're like, what, 300 to 400,000 bodies were probably embalmed in this place?
Yeah.
It's just sick. The history is just sick. The Homer story. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. Hey, I mean that's why we brought you guys on to come in and talk.
Oh, we're like one of those real reality TV shows behind the scenes.
You should record us. Never a dull moment, but you have to have fun. Life is way too short.
Yeah.
So you guys know who John Dillinger was, right?
Yep.
I hope. If I knew who he was.
Okay. So Homer Van Meter is one of John's right-hand men, and he was born and raised in Fort Wayne. When he was shot and killed in 1934 up in Minnesota, about a month after John was killed, he was brought back to our facility. He was embalmed there. His funeral was there. He's buried here in Fort Wayne. But what's crazy is the Klain family that owned the funeral home was freaked out that somebody might want to steal his body. So they embalmed him, hid him in on the third floor, did a makeshift funeral and burial, waited 24 hours and went out and buried him in a different spot.
Apparently, people stole bodies. What the heck are you going to do with a body?
And this comes from former funeral directors that's been there, that worked there for 40, 50 years.
Wow.
Well, they tried to steal Lincoln's body too. They had to build
Yeah,
a
that's
new
what we
guy.
found out. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah.
what are you going to do with it? I don't know.
I mean, it's not like you can advertise. I've got a body. I got Abe Lincoln's body for sale. If you're interested, let me know.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna put it on eBay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I have an arm for 1,000, a finger for 50, you know.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I don't get it. But apparently that was a thing.
Wow.
I think it was more of a ransom thing. They were gonna hold those bodies for ransom. Thinking, I'm not sure how they're gonna, why you're the guy there from from Dillinger's crew is gonna bring any money, but I can see where
Right.
Lincoln's body is gonna bring some money on a ransom situation, or they'd hope.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it would make sense.
That would make sense.
Yeah, but still.
I got nothing.
Yeah, me. Same here.
For me to not have anything. Oh, Mike, I do want to get back to Atlanta. I mean, that town, as soon as we drove in there, it just has a feel to it. It just, a good feel. I'm not like knocking it, but it was just, I don't know.
It was good, but it's odd.
Yeah.
Like, it says welcome to Atlanta on both sides of the sign.
Like that other house. What's that other place?
The Astra Walton house?
Yeah. Haven't been there either.
We're actually teaming up and doing something later this year.
Yeah? Are you?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
yeah.
Can you tell?
Yeah, actually I can. Like Saturday, October 29th, we're offering to we're doing a limited number of tickets, and people will spend half the time over there and the other half over here. So we'll just rotate them out.
That'd be cool.
Genius.
Oh,
yeah. That's awesome.
Why not? It's 2 houses down, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how we look at it too. Let's all work together, man. We're not,
Exactly.
Yeah, we'd love to eventually come up with something and work with you guys and Lost Limbs Foundation for sure.
That'd be awesome.
Talked about that
That'd be
too.
Yeah.
You guys been to Ashmore yet?
No.
No, we haven't.
Oh, you got to go to Ashmore. That's where Robin's at now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not here.
He's outside.
Sitting outside in the picnic tables at Ashmore.
Yeah, you kind of see the building back there behind. Ashmore, Illinois. That probably doesn't tell you where, but it's close to Charleston, Illinois.
Okay.
Yeah, there's.
Okay, how about comparison to Chicago? It's about to look up.
It's like 4.5 hours kind of southeast of Chicago.
Okay.
Yeah, it's about 2.5 hours for me to get there from here.
Okay.
So, and you guys are probably about an hour and a half.
Let's look at and do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been on Ghost Hunters, Ghost Adventures, Destination Fear just had it on their show not too long ago.
Oh, cool.
They did their Tales of Terror, whatever it was.
Nice.
Yep. It's been around for quite a few years. People investigate. It was built in 1916.
Well, I've heard of it. I've just never been there.
Because he got started with residential cases and whatnot, and so we really haven't been to a lot of.
We went to
bigger places.
Well, the crew had helped out so much at the beginning. We decided, like, hey, as a reward, pick a place to go. We'll pay for it and we'll go investigate. And they picked out the Bel Air house, so we went down there. God, when was that? March?
I forget. I don't even know what day it is or month it is. But no, it was really, really cool. But no, we should definitely get there too.
Yeah.
There's just so many.
Yeah, you need to.
So many cool places that we just. And you know how it is. Time flies. You just need to book it and make it happen. And
Yeah, because I mean, we're obviously so swamped with the bell, and I got my own flooring company and this or that. But me personally, and I think Angie too. I don't want to speak for you, but I still want to get out and adventure and see other people's places.
Oh my gosh.
It's just a matter of fitting it in the schedule.
Yeah.
So
One of these
Yeah,
days.
that's always an issue trying to get someplace, and when you own a location, it's like it's tough.
Mm,
I've been out here every week. And I live 2 hours away from Ashmore, so
Oh,
it would be a
wow.
luxury to be 15 minutes.
yeah,
So,
yeah. Wow.
Yep.
that is so cool.
We're
We
almost
definitely need to get there.
we're almost out of time. So
Yeah.
like before we go
Thank
though,
you.
I can let you guys go. Like let everyone know like where they can find you on social media and the website and all that good stuff. If you don't mind.
That's all you love.
Oh my god. Okay, so I'm really tech stupid, but we do have a website, just thebellmansion.com. We keep everything updated with that, and then our Facebook page, the Bell Mansion LLC.
Mhm.
Mostly that's it for like the Bell, but of course, like Old World Paranormal Society.
Yeah, we have everything. For
Yeah,
Old World,
Instagram, all that stuff.
Twitter,
But
Facebook,
yeah,
YouTube.
the TikTok. The kids are doing the
Yeah,
TikTok and stuff.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Hey, thank you.
Is it the?
Squirrel. Oh gosh, I'm so sorry. Thebellmansion.com.
Yeah.
oh,
Okay.
THE. You're all right.
Just tell everybody put the in front of it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
Anybody tuning in, put the in front of it.
But no, we truly wholeheartedly appreciate you guys and appreciate your hard work towards the, the whole paranormal field. And it's because of people like you, that keep stuff going. And I guess now being on the other end of it, you realize, it's not all roses and rainbows.
Yeah.
But no, please,
Yes.
we're very, very passionate about the building and just sharing it with the world. Whatever that, if it's for a birthday party, if it's for a historical tour, if it's for anything, we'll work with anybody. Message me, text me, whatever makes most sense. We just want to share the building. And again, this weekend is our Bell Bazaar. We're having tons of food trucks, vendors, tarot card readings, metaphysical things, crystals,
Other paranormal teams.
Yeah, other paranormal teams. It's
Michael Myers.
Yeah, the original Unmasked Michael Myers, Tony Moran. And so it's going to be Saturday from 9 to 6 and then Sunday 10 to 4. Come hang out with us. Come check out the building. Be a good time.
We appreciate it, guys.
Yeah,
we truly
thank you.
do. Thank you so much.
thanks for coming on.
Thank you guys.
Yeah.
Thanks for being on with this.
Thank you for getting me out of my comfort zone.
Yes.
Start right.
Thank you.
She's got everything she can get on now. So
oh yeah, you better watch out.
I'm booted off all
Not at all.
future podcasts and shows.
Thank you guys so much, truly. Thank you. Have a great evening.
Thank you. Yeah, you guys have a good night and thanks again.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you guys. We'll see you.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
See you at night.
Well, let's get this straightened out here. There we go. Other than I'm sitting here in half light, but
yeah,
kind of got the half light effect here going. So oh well. Didn't have time to. Didn't have a chance to play with the lighting because it's daylight when I first started. So
yeah.
So,
it worked.
Yeah.
It had a little bit of a glare and stuff here and there, but it worked, right?
Yeah, that's all right. So
yeah.
Well, let me see here. I think next week you're playing hooky. Or no, you'll be here next week. That's right.
No, I'll be here next week. Yeah. I'll be here next week.
We got Paul Browning coming out. Paul's got a really kind of cool book out talking about investigating out of the box and doing some things a little bit different. He's an interesting guy, so I'm kind of looking forward to talking to him. And he's actually going to be at Unity Day in 2023 for Los Limbs. So he's all set up to be up there for that. So we're looking forward to that. But you want to book roads, check it out. You can book roads. Just get a hold of Crystal, and that's that same number you see on the bathroom walls. And my alarm's going off. And check it out and talk to Crystal. You can get her set up and ask more. You can get a hold of me there, and we'll set some things up. If anybody's looking for an event or something like that going on. And
Yep.
subscribe to the YouTube channel. Are we at 20 yet? I forget.
I think we
it's over
broke like 30. I think we broke 30.
Oh, we're sailing. So,
Yeah.
uh,
Moving
yep.
along.
Yeah, check out the YouTube channel. You can see all the episodes there, and
Yep.
listen to them. Listen to it in your car. Turn it on, just sit back and just listen to everything. And
Yeah.
right there
Yep.
on that. So
36 episodes, something like that on there.
yeah, something like that now. So
Yeah.
hey, well, until next week, and hopefully I'll be back in my office next week, and I'll be back
Yeah.
in a little bit better situation. So
Yeah. Get
So,
to feeling
well,
better,
have a good-
and we'll talk
Yeah.
soon. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we appreciate it. And we'll talk to you next week.
all right, night, everybody.
Night.
My name is Mike, and I'm the founder of the Lost Limbs Foundation. The Lost Limbs Foundation is a 501c3 nonprofit organization that provides assistance to amputee children in need of prosthetics. I started the charity after my own struggles after my leg being amputated just above the knee. Prosthetics cost thousands of dollars, and the average lifespan is 5 to 7 years on a prosthetic. Kids are constantly growing, so they'll go through multiple prosthetics throughout their life. This is the prosthetic leg that I use, and the cost was about $70,000. The Rhodes Hotel is in Atlanta, Indiana, and is owned and operated by the Lost Limbs Foundation. We are currently doing photo shoots, ghost hunts, and special events to help raise money for the charity. For more information, you can go to lostlimbsfoundation.org. With your help, we can help these kids one step at a time.